Got another tweet from the president on this very matter, saying that the IG report totally destroys James Comey and all of his minions, including the great lovers Peter Strzokar and Lisa Page, who started with this disgraceful witch hunt. And I'm going on here to say, against so many innocent people, will go down as a dark and dangerous period in American history. Let's get the read on all of this from attorney Lisa Garber. We also have Nick Fortuna, also an attorney. This last guy, I think you know, his face is fairly recognizable. Robert Ray, the former Whitewater special counsel, who seemed to have a knack for alienating both parties when he was investigating Bill Clinton. Delighted to have all. I'm wondering whether it behooves the president to even consider getting interviewed by Bob Mueller or his team, or do they just say, as Rudy Giuliani was saying, you should even suspend this investigation, unlikely though that is. How does this change things?
I think that it gave the president a lot of talking points, but there isn't as much substance to his allegations. I think the American people could take some solace in the fact that the FBI did their job, you know, despite the personal bias.
The FBI did its job, and he was insubordinate. You could argue in Comey's defense because justice wouldn't, right?
Well, the justice abdicated their responsibility to the FBI.
He showboated.
He showboated. What he did wrong, you know, in this case, by publicly announcing the investigation and then reopening the investigation, the results of the investigation, then reopening the investigation 11 days later, you know.
You could argue that hurt Hillary Clinton.
Well, it essentially, based on reports and polls, it cost her the election. So as far as any bias to Trump, I think it was counteracted by the actions.
You don't think they
Comey.
went light on this? It maybe these guys, even the unidentified people, we're talking about something was coming to light on Russia. I'm trying to get every bit of the doubt here. It still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you know, I would look at it a couple of ways. First of all, you have to separate out the poor judgment using the FBI devices to communicate between two lovers. I think they exercise extremely poor judgment. But as far as their personal opinions are concerned, everybody has an opinion, especially in this particular election. It was extremely provocative. We haven't had a provocative candidate like Trump since George Wallace. So, you know, things that he kind of said provoked reactions to people.
But the danger here is they made a bet, though. They made a bet on the fact that Hillary was going to be elected president, and it was a poor bet, and they spent more time worrying about or thinking about that than actually doing their job.
Everybody thought Hillary Clinton, and I'm not saying she should have or shouldn't have, everybody thought she should have been president. So it wasn't a poor decision. It was Comey's actions that changed the result. They were both terrible candidates.
That can be with these revelations this week. It delays the release of that report.
It depends how thorough he's been up to this point. I really think that, you know, from my perspective in the history of Bob Mueller, I think he's extremely professional. He's been quiet. He hasn't commented on this.
Guys, I want to thank you all very, very much.